All right, so you're thinking about becoming a master grill or barbecuing technician, but you got to also make a choice between gas, charcoal, or wood. I'll tell you what, guys, I have leveled up my game when it comes to grilling, and I made an excellent and incredible choice. Stay tuned, guys. I'm going to tell you about what I chose for the option to become a master grilling technician. Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you about it right here in a second. Hey, what's up, everybody? Andre. That's right, guys. I am Andre Reese.biz. All right, guys. Not only do I do taxes, I do a whole bunch of other stuff. Check out my website. Visit me at andrereese.biz and consider booking a consultation. I work with a lot of businesses and people that want to start creating a business, on getting them set up, and also, understanding the tax code and how it can definitely benefit you. But I'm not talking about any of that stuff today on this particular video. I'm going to be talking about grilling. It's the summertime, and a lot of people consider grilling to be a year-round sport. If you are a true griller or barbecuer, you're definitely going to be a person that's going to grill whether the snow is coming down or the sky is filled with sunshine. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm kind of a year-round person, but I do a lot more grilling, for sure, during the summertime. But I have other things that I use to cook with, like the air fryer, where I can get very, very tasty food, so I'm oftentimes satisfied with that as well. But I'm here today to talk to you guys about my journey in becoming a master grilling technician. All right, I didn't go to school for it. I didn't enter a barbecue contest and win it. It's just a title I have bestowed upon myself. And when you are ready, you can bestow it upon yourself as well. So I'm going to talk to you guys, like I said, about my journey. I originally started, and really, this is kind of a conversation about what type of grill should you choose. I've used all types of grills in my life. I've used the round Webers, which we're all familiar with. I've used other types of charcoal grills. I've used gas grills. I've used offset smokers. I've used built-ins that run off of gas. I've used the ones that are in the typical park you might go to that they've got one permanently installed. I've been cooking and grilling for I've got at least 43 years in the trenches. And kind of how it all started. When I was a kid, my dad did not grill. My mom was the one that grilled, at the time. And so as being the oldest son, once I got to be about the age of, 9 or 10 or so like that, she pushed that responsibility on me for, doing all the grilling. And so as most kids are, you don't really care about, having to do all the extra work, and the grill is hot, the fire is hot, and, I used to really hate going out there and doing the grill. My mom would prepare, the food, season it, and I'd be the one to go out there, stick it on the grill and cook it. And there'd be flare-ups, there'd be flames. I felt like I had skin burned off, because the flames were so hot, But I'll tell you, once you start cooking food on the grill as a child, and you start to realize, hey, I don't want to do this at all, but I'm making a really crummy product in the end. It's all burnt up. It doesn't taste very good. So you start to learn to kind of fool around with, cooking a little bit, moving the food away from the fire, having like a little spray bottle to keep the flames down. And you start to learn over time, as you cook more and more and more and more and more, that you can have a lot more control over the way your food turns out in the very, very end. And that's kind of where I got my start. So I got my start as a kid, working the Weber in the backyard. At one point, my mom did buy an offset smoker. We didn't know it was an offset smoker, and we used it just as a regular grill. It wasn't until I got older and kind of inherited that grill, in my late 40s, that I realized, hey, that's an offset smoker. And that's what I started to use it as, an offset smoker at that time. And so kind of what I've done in my barbecue journey is I've done everything from cooking meat to ribs to chicken. I've done sausage, hot dogs, hot links. I've cooked everything that there is. I've cooked food just for myself. I've cooked food for parties. I've cooked food for other people as well. So I've had a very interesting journey along the way. And then besides, doing the typical Weber type grill or charcoal type grill, the offset smoker, I learned how to cook on those at one point as well. And those are typically have a chimney on one side, and they've got kind of a firebox on the other side that's offset. And that's all done basically through indirect heat. So I've done those as well. I've done a lot of gas cooking. And I'll tell you, flavor-wise, when it comes to grilling, just between those three, charcoal by far is going to be on top. As far as the flavor, party favor amongst everybody that's there. Oh, I love the food. If you're using, your charcoal, it's definitely going to be very, very tasty. But there's a debate whether, cooking on charcoal is actually healthy for you, especially when you have to use lighter fluid and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to go into that discussion at all, but it's something to kind of keep in the back of your mind. You can research on your own separately. The other option is to use wood, and you typically might use wood if you're going to do slower cooking, or you're going to be cooking. They have a number of pellet grills these days that actually use wood, that drops down and it creates the fire, and adds a smoky flavor to the food, keeps it down at a kind of a low temperature. The other option you're going to run into is going to be gas. So oftentimes people are going to, like I said, they're going to consider charcoal to be the best option. Wood is not as easy to cook with, but it's got definitely a very nice flavor and taste to it. And you can always take and get, hickory wood, those types of things, apple wood, and add those to your charcoal grill. That way you can have kind of a wood smoky flavor to the food as well. A lot of people like that. And if you just cook with mostly wood all the time, you're definitely going to have a very, very strong smoke flavor that's going to permeate all throughout your food. And then, of course, the last one on the bottom most people have considered in the past to be, the lowly one is the gas grill. Now, a gas grill in and of itself is probably the easiest to use. You have the most control over the flame because you can turn the gas up, you can turn the gas down, you can put it on medium, you can turn the grill on, and within 3 to 5 minutes, you're ready to get out there, start cooking your hamburgers and your hot dogs. And when you're done, flip the knob and turn it off and close the lid on it, you're good to go. But the flavor in and of itself may not be the best that you're going to get from a grill, outside, that's running off of gas. And so that's kind of, it's always had, a low amount of respect when it comes to the grilling game. So really all ultimately has always come down to having two choices. Those two choices are going to be, something that runs off of charcoal or something that runs off of wood, or that you can use a wood product, with your charcoal. Those are kind of really your main primary options. So what I've done, like I said, over the years, I've had a number of different types of grills for everything that you can think of. I've used all of them. I've had my food taste tested by the masses. I've tasted it myself. I've looked at it. I've tried different options for seasoning and rubs and, gumptions and all that whole thing. And I'll tell you what, guys, the best grill in the world that I have ever owned, and you can own one of these also too, is you guys ready for this? I'm gonna make a lot of you guys out there mad. The best grill in the world that I've ever owned is a gas grill. All right, I'm letting that sink in. The best grill that I've ever owned in the world is a gas grill. And I'll tell you what, guys, I didn't spend a lot of money on this grill. I paid about $350, $400 for it at Lowe's. It's a Char-Broil Tru-Infrared gas grill. Okay, there. I said it. It's a Char-Broil Tru-Infrared gas grill. Now, infrared, that is the key that makes this grill incredible. And I bought this grill because I have a very, very small patio that I live on, where I live at, and it's it'd be futile to try to go out there and light charcoal on fire and burn the roof, and burn the whole place down. I don't want that. I'm not going to be the one to do that. So, like I said, when it comes to gas, you definitely want to try to be able to control the flame, and it's much easier to do that. If there's something happening, major flare up, you basically turn it off. So I went into deep mode of looking around and trying to find, and I did a research for a long time. I looked around and I tried to find an alternative gas grill that actually would work real well. And I came down to, like I said, the Tru-Infrared gas grill. So how does it work? So it's not any different than any other grill in the way that it works. You have a propane bottle that goes on the very, very bottom of the grill that feeds the grill up to the top through the grates, and you got the clicker to be able to ignite it and get the flames going. It's got 2 separate burners on it, a right and left side, and then, so like I said, it's not really much different. It's got a top rack if you want to, slow down the process, put some vegetables up there like some corn or some rolls or whatever it is. It's got all the basic stuff, but what makes it unique is it has the infrared technology. It has a series of emitter grills that are underneath the main grill. So picture with me. If you look into a typical grill that is set up, that particular grill in and of itself is going to have only, you're going to be able to see basically down into the flames, into the burner area. You can look right into the bottom of the grill, you can see that. In a true infrared grill, you can't see that because they have a series of emitter grills that go right across underneath where the grills are. And as the flames go up, they basically get spread out. And as you're cooking food, the grease that drips down doesn't cause flare-ups. And I don't care if you use gas or if you use typically charcoal. When that grease hits that hot stuff, it's going to flare up and make flames, and it's going to cook your meat and burn it, and those grills typically have hot and cold spots. I don't care what type you have, a round or square. There's some spots that are going to be better than other ones inside the grill. You might have a tendency to dry your meat out if you are not quick on keeping it turned. The meat may not cook properly because it's getting cooked on the outside too quick and not cooked on the inside and heated up at all. The infrared grill basically eliminates all of those problems. So when you're cooking on the grill, you basically put your food up on top, and as it's dripping, the grease is not going down and hitting the flames, and then the flames are being spread out evenly across the food, and so as you cook your food, it comes out delicious, it comes out tasty, it comes out juicy, and it's incredible. And one of the major complaints that people have when it comes to gas grills is you can't get smoky flavor. I'll tell you what, guys, with this particular grill, you will and you can and you absolutely will get smoky flavor. You don't have to do anything special. You don't have to buy a smoker box. You don't have to go out and buy any types of wood or anything like that and try to throw it in there and cook it. The grill itself, because of the emitters that are there, the emitter level, the grates that are in there, they actually trap all of the food particles that fall down off the food. So that's your seasoning, that's going to be your clumps of grease, that's going to also be stuff like parts and pieces of the chicken and meat that have fallen off during cooking. Those things are all going to stay down in there. And what I found on accident is by not cleaning the grill, you leave that stuff all in there, that layer of soot. And when you let that stuff stay in there, and when you come back to cook your food the next time, that stuff is what actually creates the flavor and the taste that's going to infuse itself into the food. And it's delicious. I'm telling you, it's delicious. I've had people come over and try the food that's off of the infrared grill, and they are astonished, just to say the least. And so in the end, you ultimately have to have incredible seasoning. I've got my own customized gumption that I use. I don't believe in using barbecue sauce or those type of things. I want to be able to enjoy the food and the actual flavor of it. I don't want the food to be over smokified, because I know a lot of people have had food that has been slow cooked that is so smoky that you don't even get to even taste the flavor of the meat. This particular grill, for about $350 or so, provides you an incredible balance of everything. Taste, convenience, doesn't take long to get the grill going, and then on top of that, flavor, doneness, evenness of cooking. I can make a rack of baby back ribs on the grill in about 30-35 minutes or so, and they are tender, they are juicy, and they are delicious, and they are incredible. So that's it, guys. I just want to go ahead and tell you, and I'll probably put a link down below here so you guys can take a look at the particular grill. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys some footage here of me actually doing a recent cookout that I had here at the house. A little mini cookout me and my girlfriend had on Memorial Day recently. We enjoyed some ribs, we enjoyed some chicken. We made some grilled vegetables, and we had some other sides like corn, etc. that we made. And I'll tell you what, it's delicious, and I hadn't cooked on the grill in a while, and I was definitely happy I did it. And I'll tell you guys, the leftovers that came from that grilling particular experience that day were incredible to eat over and over and over and over and over. So stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a rundown on this grill. I'm gonna show you exactly what we cooked, and I'll go ahead and circle back at the very end here and give you guys kind of a final wrap up. Stay tuned and sit tight. I will be right back in a second. All right, guys, like I mentioned, this is the Char-Broil Commercial True-Infrared Grill. Like I said to you guys, this is probably one of the best grills that you could get on the planet. I've probably used, all different types of grills, everything from charcoal to gas to offset smokers, and this is the bad boy right here. So let me just show you real quick. One of the secrets to the infrared grill, you guys can see kind of down there, there's actually grates. On a typical gas grill or a typical charcoal grill, you guys can see all the way into the bottom of the grill. This one actually has grates. And these grates here are, so as soon as the flame hits those, it spreads the fire out across the grates, which allows the food to cook at an even temperature and speed. And then it also infuses everything with the infrared heat that comes from the grill as well. And one of the main secrets, I'll show you up here on top real quick. This is the top grill rack up here. One of the things that's the secret to this grill that we can still get incredible smoky flavor and incredible smoky taste is you can see all that soot that's down here between the grill. You don't clean that stuff out of there at all. You let that stuff stay in there and accumulate, and it smokes and it creates a delicious flavor for the food overall. So I'll go ahead and just show you guys real quick here the True Infrared Commercial Grill. And I'll go ahead and throw some meat on here in a second, and I'll give you guys a continued tour of this incredible bad boy. Actually, just a couple more things here. So there is a button here on the bottom that allows you to see, the grill knobs. I usually have them set at most on medium. You can see that right there. And then this is also the electric starter. You can hear it clicking right there. And then on the bottom of the grill, I went ahead and put these up here to hang up the brushes that you would use to clean out the grates, but it just takes a standard, fuel tank. I usually go to U-Haul, and they provide a tank with a gauge on it and all that. You can swap those out pretty easy. Pretty easy to do. So that's just the last little bit of tour here of the grill, besides the fact that the little arms here, fold in and fold out on the grill. So hang on a second, we'll be right back. So what I'm gonna be putting on the grill, I've got incredible sack here of vegetables. We got some peppers in there, we got some onions, we got mushrooms, we got zucchini, and we got Dre's famous gumption. I got some chicken wings, also some trout here that's sitting in the universal gumption. And the last thing, I've got some baby back ribs right here too. They're gonna be ready to go on the grill in a second. All right, as you can see right now, I've got the grill. It's up to about temperature, about 250 or so. It'll go a little bit higher once I get the meat on it, but you can see I've got it set at medium. And like I was talking to you guys, you can see right here, you can see the smoke. And that smoky flavor is from all the soot and stuff that falls down into the grill. And that's what's gonna flavor the meat and provide an incredible taste. Hang on a second. Okay, one of the last things I'm gonna do here, and I'm gonna go ahead and brush the last little bit of crud that's left on the grill. So as soon as I'm done grilling each session, I don't even worry about cleaning the grill so it's ready for the next time. I just leave the stuff on there. I let the stuff heat up, as you can see here, and then I let the stuff go ahead and fall down into the bottom of the grill. You can see it's really getting going as far as smoke. Then I'll do the same thing up here on top. I'll go ahead and hit these. So this grill is almost ready to go. One last step real quick. So what I'll do now is I'll take and spray the grate down. Be careful with this because you can get a flame that could shoot up. I'll go ahead and spray the grill down with some canola oil. It has a very high burning temperature, so it works great for the grill situation. All right, you can see I got the ribs on the grill, bone side down. I got the chicken wings on the grill also. I've got the vegetables over here that are cooking. I've got the trout over here. I'll put it on a little bit later. I've got the corn up here on top. Man, so smoky. But I got everything you need right here to get it going. Okay, you can see I just finished flipping over the ribs for the first time. The chicken's starting to brown, and then you can see the vegetables are starting to get some grill marks on them. And I'm just leaving the corn up here alone and occasionally just rotating it a little bit. You know, I like to leave it inside the husk, as you can see. Be back here in a second. Okay, I just opened it up again. I just flipped the meat for a second time. You can kind of see the vegetables are looking slamming. Take a look at those. Corn's looking good on top. Chicken's browning up real nice. About ready to put up on the top rack in a minute here, and then the ribs are also looking really nice as well. I went ahead and brought out a bowl. What I usually do is I'll go ahead and pick out the vegetables individually by themselves as I see that they're getting done, and I'll go ahead and stack them in the bowl. You guys can smell this. It smells incredible. And I'll tell you, the gumption that I use, you can see the extra little sauce down there at the bottom. This one actually falls down into the bottom of the grill. The garlic and all the other flavorings down there is what creates the smoke. It gives you an incredible, delicious flavor. Okay, here we go. I just went ahead and pulled out all the vegetables. Look at those. The secret to using an infrared grill is you don't want to overcook your food for sure. Then went ahead and flip the meat again. You can see the beautiful doneness that's starting to happen on the chicken as well as on the baby back ribs. The corn up here is doing its thing. I'm gonna go ahead and, since I got a spot open now, I'm gonna go ahead and put down the trout and let it do its thing too as well. Okay, I went ahead and laid down the trout. You can see that there. We got 4 delicious fillets. And then the ribs and the chicken are still going, and so is the corn up on top. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but everything is from Trader Joe's. All right, I just flipped the meat again, and then you can see the chicken is cooking up nicely. You can start to see the trout bubbling. The secret here is not to overcook your trout. All right, guys, this is the last 2 raw. You can see the trout is bubbling. It is done. It's starting to run out kind of white clarified fat. And then I went ahead and cut the ribs. I made a couple of incisions. They're done also as well. And the chicken's done. Corn's done. I'm gonna go ahead and add it to the cutting board, take everything inside. We're gonna sit down and eat in a couple minutes here. All right, you can see the grill is now empty. You can see all the little, like this one I was telling you guys about. You can see all the little pieces and parts of garlic and the leftover parts of the vegetables and meat. This stuff is all gonna sit down here and be ready for the next batch of barbecue grill food, and it's going to produce smoke for the next generation. Hang on, guys. I'm going to show you guys what the food looks like in a second. All right, guys. Everything is plated and ready to go. We've got our cider. We've got our corn on the cob. We got the ribs. We got the chicken. We got the trout. How does it look, baby? Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and enjoy this Memorial Day fest and feast. And hang on, guys, real quick. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some closing comments here in a second. All right, guys, there you go. That's the Char-Broil Tru-Infrared gas grill. I'll tell you what, guys, go ahead and get you one. If you're looking at upgrading your grill, I can't recommend anything else to use but this particular one. The one I have here is the 2-burner. There's one that's twice as big. That's a 4-burner that has an extra burner on the side if you want to warm up some beans or something like that. You can definitely use it for that. I highly recommend this grill. It's simple, it's easy to use, anybody can use it. The grill is so forgiving. It makes simple, easy, and deliciously tasting incredible food. And that's what it's all about. If you're going to cook on the grill, you want to have something that tastes way better than anything that you can try to cook in the kitchen. And that is the reason why the grill exists in the first place. If you can make the food taste exactly like it does inside the kitchen or in the oven, there's no reason to go outside and use the grill. And I think a lot of people kind of feel that way when it comes to using gas in and of itself. So that's it, guys. That's my strong recommendation. Like I said, I come to the table with 43 plus years of grilling from all types of grills, all types of gas, etc. Charcoal, wood, smoking, offset smokers, and by far, this is definitely the best grill that I've ever owned in my life. I'll go ahead and maybe put a link down below where you can take a look at the grill and get one for yourself. And most importantly, at this point, I'll go ahead and wrap everything up. You guys, do me a favor. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate that. My subscribers are definitely growing at this point. I'm trying to get monetized and get up to 1,000. I can't do that unless you hit that subscribe button. Also, go ahead and hit the like button as well. If you guys feel strongly about the method or technique that you use to cook with or grill outside with or barbecue, go ahead and leave those comments down below. I'll definitely try my best to get back to you guys for sure. And like I said, when it comes to getting a grill or upgrading your grill, I wouldn't recommend anything else at this point besides a Char-Broil Tru-Infrared. That's it, guys. I appreciate the time hanging out here to the end of the video. And I'll see you on the other side, guys. Probably probably in the barbecue aisle section of Lowe's getting some accessories. Take care, guys. I'll see you again. Hey guys, thanks for sticking with me all the way to the end of this video. Visit me directly at andrereese.biz. 4 things to do: like, follow, subscribe, hit that bell. Stay safe, guys. Lift the glass of freedom. Stay woke and don't get TikTok. Take care. I will see you guys in the next video.